It's Mia Ragic here, the mom strategist. I am so excited. I'm so excited today to share with you what might be scaring you about success. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com or on Facebook, Mia Redrick, the mom strategist over there. I'm so glad you guys are here today. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm trying to looking wrinkled, but I'm not wrinkled, okay? I am so excited to be here today. I'm going to talk about what might be, hey there, darling, what might be scaring you about success. Now, I will tell you that what I'm going to share today, it might be oh so familiar. My only goal is to shift you, to get you to move forward, to understand, like, that's what I do. This is how I show up whenever I'm dealing with success and moving to the next level. Hey there, I'm so excited. I was trying my best to get on here today. Busy day, Colleen. Busy day. All right, you know what I'm doing. So, I'm Mia Ragic. For those of you who are just joining me, I'm the mom strategist. I'm a business coach. And I got started my business over 10 years ago, almost 11 years. I can't believe it. I made the decision to go to work as myself. I said, I want to combine my backgrounds as a corporate trainer, my experience in motherhood, into my very own business. And I've done exactly that. Had the great fortune to coach thousands of clients all around the world. I love what I get to do. And create transformation, and my clients, they're giants. Many of them are authors or speakers or coaches or consultants. Some are media personalities. I love it. Okay. And I get to support them with understanding that first and foremost, they are product, and that they can monetize all of their experience, their background, their gifts, their talent, their education, their life skills, their soft skills, because you can. And if you're not doing that, you need to follow me here on Periscope. And I usually come on every evening, but I've been moving my office around, guys. And so I haven't been able to come on every evening because I'm deep in it right this second. All right. I'm in the throes of it, of organization and stuff. Okay. And so if you are new to my Periscope tonight, it's nice to virtually meet you. I promise you I will not waste your time. Let me briefly introduce myself. I got started my business 10 years ago. I made the decision. My very first decision was I wanted to build a coaching business, even though I didn't necessarily think coaching. I went to a small business resource center in Baltimore, and I was told by the director of that business center that my idea, in essence, mom coaching, didn't make any sense, and that I should actually go back to work. Because I could make a great living there. Can you believe it? And I'm so grateful I didn't listen. I kept looking for someone to support me because I had these ideas, and I just knew that I could do what I was doing in corporate America for myself in my own business. And I ended up hiring a coach. That was the first thing I did, and it changed my whole world. It was the first time I'd ever seen that model of what life coach, a business coach looked like. And I decided that was for me. And fast forward, I've been able to build a phenomenal business, working from the comfort of my home, supporting clients who I call giants. I only work with giants. Now, that means that they're smart and they're sharp. They believe in investing in themselves. Yep, they write checks for themselves. And they believe in God. Okay, those are the people I work with. And in order for you to be able to go from where you are right now to where you want to be, you got to actually think like a giant. It's much easier for me to support my clients because they're already so incredible and so many incredible skill sets that my job is simply to show them how freaking amazing they are. And I've been able to do exactly that. And one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about being a coach is because my husband developed kidney disease. I know a lot of you guys know this, over 8 years ago, and went on dialysis. And I love the fact that because we're entrepreneurs, that we had options, that I didn't have to worry about going back to work and not being there for him. He didn't have to worry about going back to work and, or going to work and having to force his care. We could do exactly what we needed to do as we needed to do it because we're entrepreneurs. And the coolest thing is that our kids are 19, 16, and 12 years old, and they've never seen their mom or dad ever work a job. Never. I consider that a tremendous accomplishment. And so we've both built sustainable businesses that have allowed us to not only be free, but to stay free. And that's a novel concept today, because you've got a lot of people talking about a lot of flash cash things. I don't know anything about it. You're never going to hear that on this channel. But what I will tell you is that, we built our businesses with solid business advice and advisement. And as a result of that, it's changed my world. Pat got a kidney transplant 3 years ago, and he's doing amazing. And I will tell you that, to me, one of the greatest blessings is being an entrepreneur and running a great business is being able to educate your kids any way you want to. We've invested over $740,000 in our kids' education and private school education for elementary, middle, and high school. And college, my son got a full ride, so that was pretty cool. And, that's a blessing. And I know that there's some mom out there or dad out there listening to this, and that's what you want. Or maybe you just want to own your time. And to me, being an entrepreneur, like being able to construct your days and do what you want to do when you want to do it, I'm into that. I'm 100% into that. I don't even know what I could do to detox from that, because it's not toxic. I also love being an entrepreneur, because I can date my husband in the middle of the day. We can do whatever we want to do when we want to do it. We could be those parents that could show up at school and do whatever we want to do with our kids. And we have done all of that. Now they're older, middle school, high school, and college. So we don't have the opportunities to go in a classroom. But Pat and I we were like, he was a volunteer dad, I was a volunteer mom, and we were like all in there. And I know that somebody out there, that's just what you want. You're tired of somebody telling you you can't go. You know what I mean? You've taken off too many days, too much time. All right. And you know what? What I'm going to talk about today is, what does it look like when you are uncomfortable about the success that you say you want? And I wanted to do this. This is a mindset scope, okay? Because I wanted to do this scope specifically. I was thinking about it today. I wanted to do it because I think sometimes when I'm talking with people, prospects primarily, they're all telling me about these big dreams and these amazing things that they want to achieve for themselves. But the truth of the matter is, the reason that most people don't get to where they want to be has nothing to do with having the initial thought or the excitement about what they want. It has to do more with the implementation, it has to do more with mindset, and it has to do more with their perception about what success is and their ability to deserve the success that they want. So I thought, let me talk about that tonight. And I hope that as a result of you hearing what I'm going to say tonight, that maybe it's going to be a little tough, right? But maybe as a result of hearing it, you might say, that's me. Okay. And that you'll do something about it. Okay. So if it's you can whisper, it's okay. It's okay. All right. You don't have to shout out, but if it is you, I just want you to say, that's me. And I need to shift that. All right. Judgment is the biggest fear. It is so deep. It is deep. And we're going to talk about that tonight. All right. If you haven't shared yet on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Periscope, please do. This is going to be a great scope. And my goal is just to support you in understanding what might be scaring you about the success that you say you want, the success that you say you're claiming, the success that you're talking about, the success that you're imagining. What might be scaring you about it? If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Have you shared? Have you shared? Have you shared? Are you guys ready? If you're ready, I want you to just write here, I'm ready, Mia. And that way I get some feedback and I know that you're ready, and we're going to get started. I'm going to drink some water and I'm going to break this down. This is going to be a good one. Might be a tough one though. Awesome. Colleen is ready. Anyone else ready? Okay. All right. Deneen is ready. I can't see your name. You're ready. Awesome. Okay, we've got 3 people in the room that are ready. Anyone else ready? We've got 3 people ready. Okay, more people. We need more people ready. Deneen is ready. All right. Makeish is ready. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to get started. Okay, so what might be scaring you about success? Number 1, okay, and I want you to understand this scenario, and maybe you've done this before, is one of the ways you can identify if you are scared of the success you desire is that you find yourself sabotaging your success, maybe your relationships, to prove yourself right. Okay, so let me tell you what this might look like, okay? I see this all the time. So let's say that you have a winning formula. You've got a winning formula in your business or in your life. Customers are coming to you, left and right, and you've got something that's working. But instead of you applying the thing that's working, you decide you're just going to do something completely different than what is working. All right. That's an example of what it could look like, okay, in your business. Or let's say in your relationships. Let's say you have a mentor, a teacher, or coach, somebody like that has supported you and served you at a high level. And as a result of that, you've seen some return on investment, meaning maybe you've seen some personal growth. Maybe you've seen some monetary growth. Something in your life has changed as a result of this person being in your life. And you decide to get squirrely about it, right? Squirrely meaning your ego becomes so crazy as a result of whatever's going on, you can no longer receive the things that you could receive that created the change to begin with, okay? I'm just trying to give you two different scenarios. One's a personal scenario, one's a professional scenario. No matter what, okay, and there can be many different scenarios. It's sabotage, all right? And you need to understand what this is. And that a lot of times when we are scared of our success, meaning every single thing, like think about it this way. Imagine that your goal is to hit, $250,000 in your business, $500,000 in your business, $1 million in your business, and you never had before. And instantly you do that. Not instantly, but with hard work and implementation, and you do it. And now every single thing you see, every single thing that you are around, in association with, the business that you have, all of it's different. None of it has looked the same as it did before. And so you're scared of it because now you've got to really rise to the thoughts that you've created. So imagine that your thoughts have created something that's absolutely amazing and fantastic that you wanted, but you're scared of it. And when we're afraid, you guys aren't hearting it up, but it's okay. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. I'm going to tell you anyway. But when we're afraid of the success that we create, then we do things to sabotage that success. I'll tell you what it looks like. It may look like you don't send invoices out. It may look like you know what I mean? You don't show up on time. It could look like a number of different things. But whatever it is that you're doing, it may look like the things that you need to send out quickly, you no longer can send them out quickly. And you don't understand why. Right? Or it might look like you may have a big deal, right? Like a big deal sitting in front of you. And you're like, why am I not sending this deal out? Why am I not following up on these things? It's called sabotage. I just want to break this down. For those of you who are trying to understand, am I scared of my success? Look at how you are showing up around the things that have been transformative in your world. Look at your business. Look at your life. Look at your relationships. The things that have created real amazing change for you. All right. And see how you're responding to that. A lot of times, if you're not mindful about those things, you can start to think things like, who do you think you are to tell me what I should do? So you know what I'm saying? I can tell you this for sure that, I've often thought about the things that my coach has suggested to me to do, and I have free will to do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But why am I getting squirrely? I'm free. You know what I'm saying? She's a vested interest in my success. The things she's told me to do have created amazing results. Why would I not be able to breathe it in? If I can't breathe it in, there must be something off, right? Okay, something off, all right? Number 2, is this making sense? Number 2. Okay, what might scare you about success is that you are afraid of not showing up like a giant, right? You are afraid of not showing up like a giant, all right? So, here's the thing. When you want a certain level and you get a certain level, the view is different. The expectations are high. You now have to show up. You know what I mean? And there becomes this feeling sometimes of inadequacy. Do I deserve to be here? You know what I mean? Am I smart enough? Am I good enough? And I'm going to talk about that more in a minute. All right. And as a result of that feeling of wondering whether or not you're experienced enough, right? Degreed enough, right? You deserve to be there. We do things that at times to sabotage our success, even in those scenarios, right? Because we're scared. We're frightened out of our mind. And again, it is because where you are right now, you've never been before. And because you've never been there before, It's all uncomfortable. And I tell you, when people are dealing with discomfort, there's a lot of ways that we handle it. Some of people hide when we're dealing with discomfort. Some of us dismiss it when we're dealing with discomfort. Some of us talk about the discomfort as if, you know what I mean, like we make it wrong, all right? Instead of understanding that next level, that's called growth, all right? And if we're talking about you achieving the success that you want, there won't be that next level, a higher level of success without a level of dis-ease, all right? Right? Okay, how success is achieved when the brain is not in stable tire. I'm trying to read that. I don't know what that means. Okay, so I just want you to get this, right? The fact of the matter is that when you are afraid of not showing up like a giant, you're afraid of not being good enough, you're afraid of failing, you're afraid of looking like a fool, you're afraid of feeling like, am I all in your business? You're afraid of feeling like, oh man, I don't even know if I belong on this stage. The stage that you earned to be on. You know what I'm talking about? All right, the stage that you're on, the keynote that you've gotten, okay? The fact of the matter is it's you're scared. And when this happens, you've got to understand that the reason you're feeling the way that you are is because you are afraid. I know this to be true. I have told you guys stories. I've gotten signed to some media at a high level. And I remember, like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. Like, I just wanted to faint, okay? And literally, practically did, okay, multiple times because of the magnitude of the success that I had created for myself. That's how it is. We get scared. We wonder if we're enough, right? Number three. The third way that you can realize that you're scared, somebody just wrote, I'm scared, but will push through and learn from all your mistakes. I love that. The third way that you can recognize this is that you may be commitment-phobic, right? So sometimes when you're scared about your success, you know, you're trying to figure out, or everybody's trying to figure out, why won't you commit? So what does that look like? Okay, I want to tell you what that looks like. That might mean like, I'm going to use coaching because this is how I see it most often. I'll talk to someone. They will get an amazing result and say, you know what you just said to me, that was my everything. Like, that supported me. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I'm doing that, or I've done that. I created this result. My marriage is better. I'm making this amount of money. I created this product. I wrote my book. Whatever it is that they wanted, they created it. But they don't want to make a commitment. Okay? Sometimes when we're scared, we don't commit. We go the other way. And commitment can look a lot of different ways. It might mean that you say, I'm going to commit, and you don't commit. You know what I'm talking about. It might mean that you make a commitment and then you say, I don't want to, I'm not right now. Now's not the right time. It might mean also, okay, it also might mean that you are the person that, because you don't want to commit, you hide behind other people so that you don't have to commit. And I'm calling you out if this is you. I need to ask my husband whether or not I can coach with somebody. What? Are you serious? Okay, I need to ask my husband whether or not I need to invest in myself. No. Okay, I've been married for 22 years, okay? Fact of the matter is, I'm going to say to my husband, babe, this is what I think I need. And, you know, this is what it is. And this is what I want to do. And this is why I want to do it. But I'm never going to my husband saying, you think I need a coach? You know what I'm saying? What do you think? He doesn't invest in coaching. I do. Okay. So therefore, I am not asking that question. But the reason that we ask those questions of other people, it could be your husband, it could be your girlfriend, it could be a great friend, it could be someone, a coworker. It doesn't matter who it is. The reason that we do it is because we don't want to commit to ourselves, because it scares us to commit at a high level. It scares us to invest in ourselves. It scares us to say, yeah, 12 months. It's scary. All right. And because maybe you've never made a commitment to yourself like that, maybe that's the reason why where you want to be, you're not where you need to be, because you're not willing to make that commitment. And I just want to break that down for those of you who are my people who can commit to something for 45 minutes or, 2 hours, but you haven't been able You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. You haven't been able to make a commitment to yourself and believe in yourself enough and know that you're worth it because you are. All right. I'm talking to somebody out there. See, I'm talking good right now. And, it's fine. There's one color heart. But number four. All right. You are afraid to be vulnerable. Okay. And sometimes the reason that success is getting in the way, really, okay, is that you're afraid to be vulnerable. And sometimes your status and your stature, it means that you can't get the support you want. Uh-oh. I know. I'm going to fan you, okay? I'm going to repeat it slowly. So here's what's scary, okay, about success. That there are people who have already achieved significant success. Giants already. You've already done amazing things, okay? You're already very accomplished. You're already very well respected at what you do. And because of it, you are struggling to be vulnerable to get the support you need to go to your next level. And so it's easy for you to keep showing the face, right? Like that you got it together. You know what I'm saying? Because in the rooms that you are in, you're the smartest, you're the greatest, you're the most accomplished. In the circles that you run, you're running the circle, all right? But you know inside that you're scared. And you know right now that there's more that you could be accomplishing and you're not, but you are afraid to be humble. You're afraid to be vulnerable. Thank you so much, right? You're afraid to be vulnerable, to be able to say, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. Because somebody help me to do this. And I want to tell you that what you're scared of is because you don't want word to get out. The scary part is you don't know who to trust, right? You don't know who to confide in, okay? But you know that where you are right now, you cannot sustain at this level. I see it all the time. When people are scared and they have status and they have stature, often what you will see, you might see large numbers, flashing lights. Everything looks great and amazing, but at the end of the day, it's really not. And part of the issue is the fact that they're afraid to be vulnerable, afraid to be transparent, afraid to get the help and support that you need because you don't want anyone to know what your situation really is. All right. And if this is you, I'm telling you, you have a responsibility to yourself. You have a responsibility to the people that you serve. You have a responsibility to God. To be honest, you don't owe anyone anything. You have to get what you need and not be afraid of that. All right. And I see it all the time. All right. Number five, I hope this is helping somebody out there. Number five, what scares you about success might be the fear of success, because it's like, being transparent can be hard. You're right. Is fear of success because it's a new language. It's a new level of the unfamiliar. So the thing is that a lot of people they desire success, but they're afraid of success sometimes because of the poisonous words that, you've been programmed by your family. This is how people with money act. This is how wealthy people behave, and whatever that mentality has been, that's been systemic in your family, because of it, you're in conflict about it. So it scares you to be one of those people. And maybe as a result of that, you feel like you need to have your services and give everything away. Or maybe as a result of having that mindset, you feel like, man, if I charge like that, I'll be greedy and inconsiderate. You've got some ways that you are defining what success looks like. It's not healthy. All right. And I want to call you out if this is you. I know somebody out there is dealing with it because I hear this also. And it's my people. Sometimes it looks like this. Professionally, I'll talk to somebody and they'll tell me, I have a nonprofit. And I'll say, okay, I understand it. And then they'll tell me about their businesses and they have a nonprofit. And like all of their businesses, none of their businesses make any money. Every single thing that they do, at the end of the day, they're giving away every single thing that they do. And they're frustrated. They're not making the money that they want, but they have a fear of success. they believe, they've been told by the people in their world that, you know what, if you do well, you should give it all away. And one of the things I want you to understand, and I know this might be a conflict for everyone out there, but I'm just going to tell you what I believe. You don't have to believe this. The thing is, if you aren't creating true success that's sustainable, you can't be a blessing to anyone. You can't sustain being a blessing to anyone. So the reality of this idea or notion that you need to be on E to be able to support people is not the right mentality. And as a result of that mentality, has kept so many people from really being able to sow in the lives of people that they really and truly care about forever. And if it's you need to stop that. You got to understand, you got to ask yourself, where's that coming from? Who made you feel bad about or shameful around being successful? There's nothing shameful about being able to change your legacy. There's nothing shameful about financial stability. There's nothing shameful about being able to sow into charities that really support you, right? You need to, right? You're supposed to serve from your overflow, absolutely. And your overflow is everything that's extra, because everything up until your overflow you need, right? And it's so interesting. I always say, look, if I don't have what I need, how do I really give my clients everything they need? I can't. That means I'm not even thinking about what they need, because I don't have what I need. If I don't have what I need, right? Imagine I don't have what I need. How am I focused on what my clients need? I'm not. I'm only focused on what I need. This is why so many people don't create success. They can't think about anybody else. Great success is take your eyes off yourself and put them on someone else. Well, what happens in that, when you start to put your eyes on other people and meet their needs, you can only do that as you start to prosper. Right? Then you can really focus on what everybody else needs because of being prosperous. That's the key. All right. I hope this is supporting somebody out there. Number 6. Thank you so much. All right. We're talking today, for those of you who are just joining me, what scares you about success. And if you haven't shared yet on Twitter or Facebook, on Periscope, please do, because we know this is going to support somebody out there. Number six, thank you so much, is that you don't believe that you're good enough. So what scares you about success is feeling like you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not likable enough. You know what I mean? You're not enough. Okay. And I will tell you that is an internal issue that you have to work out. Because as long as you believe that you are not enough, you will never take, full advantage of the layer of money that's all around you, the layer of opportunity that's all around you. You won't see it. And even if you do see it, you won't believe it is for you, because you don't believe you are good enough. You don't believe you deserve it. You know what I mean? You believe that you are not enough. And that is so, so, so important to get right. I see it all the time. I see people as they can be, not as they are, right? That's what's the coolest part about being a coach. That's why I love it, all right? I get to see my clients as they can be. And my greatest job is to support them in understanding that all of your power lies in you understanding that the moment you decide the thing you want is the thing you deserve, you can have it. It's the truth. And that's all the work that we have. Like that's like the greatest work that I get to do is support my clients in their beliefs. And it's the very reason why a client can go from selling something for $100 per hour to selling something for, $10,000 an hour or $20,000 an hour, which is crazy, like in a relatively short period of time. Why is that? Because of belief. Right? Because they believe they deserve it. I see it all the time. I have clients that have gone from selling something for $97 and now they're selling something for $6,600, right? Yes, you did. Grateful for your key. Right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I see it all the time. When you have a client that goes from selling something for, $40 to $15,000 in a couple of months, what is that? It's not skill. Skill didn't change. Skill was there. Okay. It wasn't a class. It's belief. And that's one of the things you got to understand, is that the moment that you believe that you are good enough, you'll be able to take a stand for the things that you deserve. And those things are already waiting for you. And I know it sounds hokey, because a lot of people are saying, where are they at? Where are they at? But it's because of your beliefs that you can't see them. It's true. And I always say, like, if your beliefs are small, then what you create and you ask for is small. And if your beliefs are huge, you can take a small opportunity and make it big and gigantic. Okay. Number 7, right? Oh, gosh. Oh, number 7 is a tough one. And so many people are guilty. What scares you about success is that you want to take everyone else with you. And they can't come. They didn't do the work. They don't deserve to go. And they're an anchor in your life. And the fact of the matter is you're that person and you're like, you want to take everyone with you. And while I have to say that it's because you have a great heart, the fact of the matter is that's what's getting in the way of you getting to your next level, right? See, because you're scared, you want to be surrounded with people so that you can feel validated, right? Yes. So you can feel validated that you're enough, that you're loved, that you're supported, and all of these things. But they're not meant to come with you. They were never meant to come with you. This journey is your journey, okay? And it's only your journey, all right? I was thinking about artists who I think I have great respect for, and I don't know him personally, so this is all what I've read over the years in the story. But I remember that great artist, MC Hammer, made multi-millions of dollars, right? Just great artists. And my understanding was that he was an exceptionally generous person. And he took everybody with him, like from his old neighborhood, a lot of the people, and he just gave them jobs. But see, when you want to take everyone else with you and they don't deserve to go, that's not a model for your success. See, because not everyone that's with you needs to be with you, right? The only people that need to be with you are people who are about elevating your mission. All right. Not about you deciding to make your mission a charity. And I know that steps on the heels of so many people, but I just want to break that down if this is you, so you can get clear about this. All right. So you can get clear about this. All right. Number 8. Okay. You're scared of success because your mind, your body, and your spirit are out of alignment. And I'm going to tell you what that looks like. So I believe that in order for you to achieve the success that you want, that you have to have some congruency between your mind, your body, and your spirit. And that means that, ideally you're praying to God, right? God is love, okay, and has instilled in all of us our purpose, our passion, our gifts, our talents, our amazing skills and ability, okay? And that ideally you're supporting your body with what it needs to be able to maintain success, all right? So for me, I like to weight train. That's why when I come on here on Periscope, actually I met Sue this morning on Saturdays. I never meet on Saturdays. It was just, oh my goodness, it was just an interesting workout today. But nonetheless, the reason I like to work out is because it makes me strong. And I know that you need to be strong for a success journey. And the question is, what are you doing to make you strong? You've got to prepare your mind, right? Prayer, right? And you got to prepare your body. You got to have the stamina for success, okay? And you've got to prepare your spirit, that's prayer, and you got to prepare your body, and then you got to prepare your mind. And your mind is all mindset. And we've talked a little bit about that today, and I hope that you guys are getting this, that mindset is everything. Your words are influencing every single thing that's happening to you right now you're saying. And if you can't back up what you're saying with that's exactly what I want, you probably shouldn't be saying it. Okay? And I hope that hearing these words will support you in choosing powerfully. Number 9, okay? You're scared of success, and one of the ways that it shows is that you blame others, right? You don't take personal responsibility for the things you're doing and the things you're not doing. So every time something works, you know what? You're willing to take credit for it. But when things don't work, you don't take personal responsibility for why things are not working in your part. And sometimes, we do it because we're scared of success because of our own feelings of inadequacy. You know what I mean? Or what we believe somebody's saying to us when we're not saying to you, you're not great. Just saying you did do that. All right. And I will tell you an important part of success is ownership and personal responsibility. That's how I look at it. It's my company. At the end of the day, You know what I'm saying? I have to take responsibility for what works and what doesn't work within that company. And I hope this is supporting you guys out there. Good to see you, Bishop J.A. I hope this supports you. Number 10. Okay. The 10th reason that I know you're scared of success, and I'm going to tell you what it looks like. Oh my goodness. This drives me so crazy. I have to tell you. You keep changing what you're going to be doing every day. One week you were going to do this thing. Next week you're going to do that thing. Next month you're done this thing, okay? And you're that person that you're so afraid of your success that you keep changing what you're doing so you can't experience any success because you can't master the thing you keep changing. So the reason that people achieve significant success and you have great admiration for them is because they learn to master the things that they're doing. And if you're not mastering the things that you're doing, okay, is that you, okay? If you're not mastering the things that you're doing, it's going to be difficult to create the success that you want. Okay, so I just wanted, that's pretty simple and self-explanatory, but I wanted to break that one down because that is something that I see all the time. Somebody tells me, I'm going to do this. And then when I talk to them again, they say, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing this. And then, no, I'm not doing that. And now they're doing the next thing. Look at people who achieve significant success. And most often what you're going to see is that they trend. They've been doing the same thing for a long period of time. They create self-mastery as a result of it. That's why you think they're amazing, because they've failed at something and kept learning from it. They've tweaked it and made it better. That's how you build success. Number 11. The 11th reason that you might be scared of success and what it can look like is, Rochelle, good to see you, is that your ego. You love to have followers even when it doesn't translate. So maybe you're one of those people that you like to just be surrounded with the trappings of what success looks like because of your ego. But hey there, darling, you're going to love this scope. Because of your ego, you love the followers, but it doesn't translate. So, you got a lot of people. You're popping on. You're serving people at a high level all the time. But the fact of the matter is, it's not translating at the end of the day. Your email list isn't growing. People aren't buying your products and your services. Your business isn't growing, but you've got a lot of FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. And if this is you, likely it's because you're scared about your success. Probably you aren't asking for what you really want from the people who are following you. Probably because you're afraid, you know what I mean? It feels good to be liked, but you're afraid to ask for what you need. And again, that goes back to what number was that about being vulnerable? Number 4, about being vulnerable. It takes vulnerability to make a call to action, but it's important if you're in business. And number 12, this is the last one. The 12th, is the 12th one the last one? The 12th, number 12. The 12th way that I know that you're scared of your success is if you're all about the hustle and the grind and the hustle and the grind and the grind and the hustle. Yeah, I did say that. Because the fact of the matter is the only reason that hustle and grind even appeal to you is because you haven't realized you've already made it. You've already done it. All right. And if you achieved great success, why are you continuing to hustle? All right. Because you've learned some things now to be able to put different systems in place, to be able to diversify your resources in your business, to be able to diversify your business and your income streams. And so why are you hustling, right? A great business doesn't require that. A great business, you know what I mean, requires you to be able to figure out how to diversify it and how to be able to grow it in many different ways without hustle and grind being the way of doing what you want to do for the rest of your life. I can tell you that, there's a season of hustle and grind sometimes when you're building a business up from the ground up. Okay. Yes, I'm getting it. And, but that's not a long-term strategy. And for those of you who have been in business for a long time and you're always hustling, you're always grinding, you're always trying to find a customer, you're always running and, you know what I'm saying, you're working too hard. I'm telling you that there is a better way. And likely it's because you're scared about losing the success that you have that mentality of hustle and grind. And that's part of why the business isn't on autopilot. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that this has supported somebody out there. Did you guys get value on this? Did you get value on the scope today? I hope so. Let me just quickly recap. Now, today I talked very simply about what might be scaring you about the success that you want. Number one, I mentioned that you sabotage your success or your relationships, right? To prove yourself right. Okay. You're trying to prove yourself right. Thank you so much, right? You're like, see, I knew that person wasn't helpful. I knew they didn't care about me. Thank you so much. Number two, you're afraid of not showing up like a giant. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I belong on this stage. You saw your name on the marquee and you're still like not able to believe that you have made it, right? And so because of it, you're scared about the success, the level that you are is a new view. And you're like, you know what? I don't know. Number three, commitment. That's why you're afraid to commit. You know what I'm saying? You're afraid to commit. And so whenever it's time to commit, you're like, let me ask my husband. Let me ask my friends. What's best for me? Okay. You're that person that you're scared of your success. You're scared of what the next level looks like. And because of it, you won't invest in that next level, right? Because of fear, right? You hide. I'm just saying. Number four, you're afraid to be vulnerable because of your status and your stature, right? And you don't want to show anyone that you need support, but you need support. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're feeding a whole lot of people and yeah, by all appearances, it all looks good. You smell good, but you're broke on a whole different level, right? Meaning you're not getting fed, all right? You're not getting the things that you need in order for you to move on, and you got to be vulnerable at this juncture in order for you to be able to go to that next level. And it doesn't matter what the house looks like or what car you drive or how many people are in your congregation this week. It doesn't matter how many followers you have on live stream. None of that, okay? At the end of the day, you know you need to be vulnerable. You know what the numbers look like, and it scares you, right? That it scares you that you would have to be transparent and say to someone, I know it looks like this, but I'm not where I'd like to be. But I'm telling you, that is the step in the right direction. Number 5, I told you I was going to break this down. Fear of success, right? You're afraid of success because it's like a new language, and that language is unfamiliar. That means like you're in a room that's having an elevated conversation, and you keep saying, what did she say? What did that mean? What did she say? And it scares you a little bit. It's intimidating, right? But I want you to know that that's what success looks like, that you need to be in those rooms where people are having conversations that you're like, what? Okay, could you just break that down a little slower? Perfect. That means you're growing, okay? That you're growing. If you're not in that room, you're not growing, all right? Number 6, you don't believe that you are good enough, right? So the success that you say you want, you're like, little old me, I don't know if I'm ready. And you may have said something like, I can't believe these people called me. Or you might be on a stage and everybody on there, you're like, my hero, my hero, my hero. Why they pick me? You know what I'm saying? You just can't get it. And in that way, you're scared of success. That the shadow of who you are, right? That it's a new shadow and you're afraid of it. Okay. And it's just because it's new to you and you got to walk in it. You got to breathe it in. You got to practice receiving. All right. It's okay. You guys don't have to heart. Thank you, green hearts. Number 7. You want to take everyone with you and you can't. Let me tell you, I would love it if every person I talk to that was thinking about working with a coach would say, Mia, I want to go on this journey with you. I know you can support me. And all the people I talk to, they know I can support them. They've already seen the results. I coach them. They got it. But I can't take everybody with me. You got to want to walk this walk. You're going to have to want to do the heavy lifting. You're going to have to want to implement. You got to believe you're worth it. All right. And you cannot take people that do not want to go forward with you. You cannot take people who are not strategically placed to support you in your vision with you on your journey. They will be a heavy weight. It will be a heavy lift. Okay. And I just want to break that down. All right. Number 8. You need to make sure your mind, body, and spirit are congruent. You got to feed those things, mind, body, and spirit, to achieve significant success? Absolutely. Spiritually, you need to be praying, right? You need to be prayed up. You need to, be talking to God about what your purpose and your passion is and how best to use those skills. Your body, it takes stamina, right? Learning to let go of the extra weight. Absolutely. In your body, I like to lift weights, although don't tell Sue, because that was crazy what she had me doing today. Okay. Because right now my legs hurt. Like when I was out earlier today, my legs are just hurting, okay? But in your body, right, you do things to make yourself stronger. So you have stamina, right? It takes stamina to build success, okay? Your mind, you want to think differently. So you got to invest in your mind. You got to invest in what you say, or you're going to sound like everybody else. Number 9, okay? If we're talking about why you might be scared of your success, it might likely look like that you blame other people for what's not working, what you don't know how to do. You are struggling with taking personal responsibility. And that's what your next level requires. You got to take personal responsibility. Number 10, you keep changing what you're doing. Every minute, you were doing this, now you're doing that. You're doing this, now you're doing that. There's no mastery in your life. And see, you're going to be properly compensated at a high level for mastery. I'm great at what I do, not because I'm any different than anyone else. I've just been doing it a long time. If you ask someone 10 years ago, what kind of coach am I? I've been coaching 10 years ago. I have been doing the exact same thing, okay? What's the secret to my success? Mastery, okay? Period. What's the secret to most people that you see and you're like, wow, look at how she shows up? Mastery, okay? They're not flipping all around, doing 10 different things, you know what I mean? They're focused, okay? Mastery, okay? Number 11, your ego, okay? You love the followers, even though it doesn't translate. You love what it looks like, but what is it really? Okay. And only you know that. But I will tell you that sometimes when you're scared of success, it looks like you can be surrounded by everything that you need, but you won't ask for it. See, a book I read says, ask and it shall be given. And ask and it shall be given is called a call to action. Okay. And if you don't have a call to action, you're not getting anything as a result of serving. And it's really important. All right. And number 12, okay, maybe you're thinking about the hustle and the grind all the time, right? The hustle and the grind. And like where you are right now in your life and your business, it's like, why are you still hustling? Why are you still grinding? Why is that your mode of operating? Because maybe you keep thinking you might lose it. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't believe that the success you created is just going to be sustainable. Because it's more of a mindset thing. And if that's you, I just want you to think about it. That's what I wanted to share today. What was one takeaway as a result of you guys being here today? One takeaway, one aha that you got from being here today. I'm Mia Ragic. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com or on Facebook, Mia Ragic, the mom strategist. All right. Are there any takeaways as a result of you guys being here today? This is a pretty good scope. I've been moving stuff around in my house, okay, in my office. And so that's all I'm going to say about that. I worked out with my trainer this morning. Oh, gosh, that's why I'm yawning right now, because that was ridiculous what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think I might have been negative for the first 15 minutes of our workout. I told her that. I was like, I think I'm negative right now. Okay. Push through my fear. I already have greatness within. Absolutely. That was your takeaway, Denise. Absolutely. That's a great takeaway. Are there any other takeaways? Yeah, I told her. I said, I think I might be being negative because she had me step on this. I don't know how high this platform is, but it's pretty high. Maybe 3 or 4 feet. And then I had to go up and do knee ups and then come down and go back up and do a knee up and then go back down. It's like doing a step, but except it's up pretty high, right? Except that it's up pretty high. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, why would we have to do this for the first set? You know what I'm saying? Like the very first exercise, can't we just warm up and do something like that? You know what I'm saying? So then we had to do these weighted ice skates, and it was just It was just a lot going on with the workout. Thanks, Mia. Be vulnerable and ask for what you need. A takeaway for me is that I can't be afraid of going to the next level. Nope. Don't be afraid of going to the next level. But this is a good, checkup, right? And I wanted to step on some toes tonight because my hope was that as a result of you guys hearing this, that maybe you might say, that's me. And I'm going to shift that for this upcoming year and create a change in my world. Are there any questions for me? Are there any quick questions for me? If you are interested in booking a consultation with me, you can always go to bit.ly/coaching with Mia, bit.ly/coaching with Mia. If you're interested in working with a coach, meaning you're looking to invest in yourself in a coach, I'd love to talk with you. There's a short application just to make sure we're fit, okay? Are there any quick questions for me? Before we sign off? I want to thank you for your time tonight. I appreciate you being there. And I appreciate you. And I do. And I want to thank you for that. And if you haven't shared yet on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course on Periscope, this is your last chance to do that. We already know other people will benefit from hearing this tonight. You are welcome. We already know that other people will be, really helped and supported as a result of being here. And so make sure you share it so that other people can benefit. Living Well, Erica, you're going to have to watch the replay. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I'm Mia Ragic. I'm the Mom Strategist. I support clients with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaragic.com or on Facebook. I'm going to try and talk to you guys on tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye. It was a great scope, so watch the replay, okay? Bye.